My name is Hubert, and welcome to our series of webinars regarding AI and AWS solutions. Thank you for joining, and you can see this recording afterwards. You can have a Q&A session, so you can ask questions, and we will talk about that after the presentation and demo. So today the topic is SmartSearch AI, how to organize and search through thousands of documents. I hope that you can see my screen, so we can go through the presentation that I prepared for you today. Yeah, and for agenda for this day is we'll talk about information chaos in organizations. I will show you the SmartSearch AI solution and architecture, how we can deal with the problems. We will go through the steps to successful implementation. I will show you a demo for implementing the thing and the solution very quickly, so that you can also do it on your own. We'll talk a little bit about advanced features, and if you have questions, we will talk about your questions, and I will try to answer you. So I think we can start. About me, my name is Hubert. Once again, I have a pleasure to talk to you today. I'm AWS architect in Millennium. I'm working for 13 years in IT. In the last 8 years, I spent working on AWS technologies and developing solutions about infrastructure and so on. Currently, I'm working on solutions around AI and smart solutions on AWS. I'm certified with some certification, you can see. So that's about me. And we go straightly for the first part of the presentation, the problem. I guess that everyone has a problem of document avalanche. We produce a lot of documents, a lot of data. So that's the term big data that we have recently. And this is the challenge with managing that. I collected some numbers for you. For example, people and average knowledge workers spend searching for information about 2.5 hours daily. It's quite long. If we see that the daily we spend at work about 8 to 10, even sometimes 12 hours, it's quite a lot. So the information is scattered across dozens of systems, and people confess themselves that they cannot find the documents they need. It's about 44% of the people, and it results with 30% of work time lost. And you can think about yourself and remind yourself when you last needed some document and you didn't find it. It's a very common problem that we have a lot of documents, even if we sometimes try to organize it and prepare for searching or just collecting, organizing in the structure, the documentation in some folders or in online documentation. We sometimes are not able to find very quickly what we search, and we just fail with that. What is the source of the problem? First of all, is that we have a lot of source of the documents, and documents may lay in SharePoint, in OneDrive, in file servers. Even we have a lot of documents in emails not downloaded on the disk and not organized or structured in our systems. We have such limited, the searching limit is to file names only. So when we have a searcher, even in just a search bar, we find documents only on the names of the document that doesn't reflect the content of the document. So we mainly we don't see the content, and we cannot guess what the document contains. There is a lack of context and metadata. So only very low part of the document have the metadata and prepare the context for them. So it's very hard to guess what the documents contain, and we're still searching, and we cannot find what we need. There is also an ability to search inside the PDFs or scanned documents. A lot of documents contain not just a text, but prepared PDFs from JPEGs or other images that contain the image and the preview of the document, not strictly the text. So for ordinary searcher, most of the documents are not searchable at all. And we have document version chaos. If we have some documentation that is versioned, we often don't contain a version inside the document, or we have a system that is overwriting the existing documents and we don't keep the previous versions. So it may be very hard to recognize what changed in the document and how the document was editing during time. And of course, the last problem is regarding security. There is in many cases there is a lack of document level access control, because we need to think about security of our documents, and we forget, or we not able to apply the access control for our documents. And in many cases, all the workers or our cooperators can edit, not even read. The people shouldn't see the document, and they are able to edit them, maybe delete or so. So we have a lot of challenges there. What is the solution for that? I propose to you that something that approach that is called SmartSearch. SmartSearch is not it's a term, not the product, not the it's just only an idea that can provide to you a natural language search. So there is no more keyword searching. Even if we have a searcher in Google, in others search bars, we still search via the keywords of the document containing the keywords. And in the Smart Search, we can use the natural language. The searcher is understanding the context and intent of user. So if you put some a phrase, not only just maybe it may be a sentence, not the keywords what you are looking for, it can find the documents for you. The system can have automatic tagging and categorization, so no more manual tagging and preparing the categories of the document. You can have, for example, structure of the documents inside some folders and hierarchy, and basing on that, the approach, the tool can categorize document for you. As well, we have a response for the multiple searches engines. We have a searcher in SharePoint, we have a searcher in Google Docs, we have a searcher search bar in other systems, and the SmartSearch AI is providing you a single interface for all sources. So it doesn't matter if you have a mail, Slack, even Teams, or Confluence documents and so on. You have just a one search interface for searching all the documents you need. And the last but not least, full security and compliance. It's very important to ensure the security of the files, not only just the files as it is against the external accessibility, but also inside the organization. You have some hierarchy and access control list. So we would like to have this group of people, and this group of people have different permissions for the documents. And it would be very nice that the tool is learning from the user behavior. So if you find something more often, then the tool should prepare a frequent answer questions section for you. So it's like that approach. I have a solution architecture for that solution for SmartSearch, but before I will show you the diagram, I would like to present the AWS, because I'm talking about AWS solutions that contains all the things I presented with SmartSearch. What is AWS? As just the biggest cloud platform offering a lot of services. Now it's about 1,200 or 1,250 services and more in the areas of computing, data storage, GenAI in machine learning, infrastructure networking, IoT, and DevOps, and more and more. Many of them are just no coding or low coding services, so you can drag and drop, prepare just like building from blocks. You can create your own infrastructure and your system to be the time to market is very short. Why AWS? Not only I'm working in AWS technology, but also the AWS offers flexibility and scalability. So you pay only for the resources you use. The model is just pay as you go. So there is no subscription for that. The constant payment that you pay each month, you pay as you go. So you would stop using, you are stop paying as well. Enterprise-grade security, it ensures compliance with global regulations. There's a lot of them, trust me. And there is a global infrastructure. So nowadays, a very important thing that we have a global infrastructure with high availability and fail over to over 38 regions worldwide. So if you have your infrastructure, your system installed on the server in Europe, you can also have a failover in North America or just in Asia, in another place of the world. So it's very important to ensure the business continuity so that your application for your customers is working all the time, not only just something bad is happening with your infrastructure in one place. I will not mind in innovation and the foundation of digital transformation. I think AWS is the leader. I just think it's just a metric that that metric shows that AWS is the leader of the market right now. There is a very good competition from other providers. However, AWS still is a leader for the latest year and this year. So I said that AWS is spread its infrastructure all over the world. So it's a closed in a region. So a region is just a area of the at least three data centers with the high availability between them. So if one availability zone, that is one data reflects one data center, is down, another two AZs are working. And if the region is down, then you can move your services to another region. So the data between regions can be duplicated and redundant. In AZs, AWS ensures that your data is durable. So what is the solution architecture for SmartSearch AI? It's based, of course, on AWS solutions, AWS services. We have three layers of successful implementation. The first layer is a source layer, is a documents where you have the documents. You can have the documents in SharePoint, on S3 bucket from AWS storage provider. You can have some database, you have file server. I said previously about Confluence, Jira, another one, and a lot of the sources that you can have. The most important thing here is a processing layer that we have. Our hero today is Amazon Kendra. I will talk about Amazon Kendra as the SmartSearch implementation. We have Amazon Bedrock, that is a gateway for a lot of the AI models that is supporting searching the documents. And we have also AWS Lambda, that is a function as a service that is responsible for integration, everything with everything. And the last but not least, the presentation layer is very important because without nicely presenting the things, there is no searching, effective searching. So the presentation layer is done by web or mobile UI, API gateway, Amazon Cognito, and other things I will show later on. The diagram is very simple. Once we are putting the data into Amazon S3 bucket or to SharePoint onto another source of the documentation that we have, Amazon Kendra is taking these documents into an index. It's synchronizing inside the index and presenting to the user. Very simple and not complicated. We can have also in the middle Amazon Comprehend, that is a solution for categorizing and preparing the documents with the context. So there's optional step, but we can prepare our documents for categories so that the searcher is more effective. And what is Amazon Kendra? It's just a managed machine learning powered search service. And it's completely no code. You're just clicking from the Amazon console interface. You prepare your searcher and you can publish your searcher with the managed UI, or you can implement the UI inside your application. It has about 50 plus pre-built connectors to data sources. It has built-in also document level security, and it can return precise answers, not just the links or not just the titles of the documents. And that's a base of our intelligent search in this day. Amazon Bedrock is a generative AI service that can access a lot of the models that we have today. We have Titan, Amazon Titan, we have Llama from Meta, we have Claude from Anthropic. We have a lot of the models that Bedrock can access for you, and you can, it's just like a proxy or like a service that is that can use the models, that you can use models through. And in SmartSearch, it's generating document summaries for us. It's extracting key informations. It can automatically tag and prepare metadata for our documents. It can answer complex questions. And as I said, Bedrock is ensuring access to Claude, Llama, Titan, and other models. So it's very simple. And everything is the model of serverless. Serverless means that there's no infrastructure and computing management on your side. So everything is done by AWS. You are just telling the AWS what effect you would like to gain, and under the hood, you don't need to know what the computing power is attached, and there is a very simplification, and it's simplification of the work. Amazon S3 is a object storage. The files are organized and objects are organized in the areas called buckets, and in the bucket we have unlimited files or the unlimited width. Of course, there is limitation for one file that can reach up to 5 terabytes for now. Amazon S3 have a 9999 durability, so the data is very safe there. Even if I said about the availability zones, if one availability zone is down, then other availability zones contains your duplicated documents, redundancy of your documents. So it's a very safe solution for keeping the files. It has also automatic document versioning, so you can enable document versioning in any time you are uploading the document in the newer version of the same name. The previous document is versioned under the some hash of the version. It has a native integration with Kendra and Bedrock, so we will use it as our base of document storing. It has lifecycle policies for cost optimization. Sometimes we don't need to keep the documents for instant usage. We can move inside the S3 bucket. We can move it to the area of cold storage when the storage payment is very low, and we can restore the documents within a few hours. It has also encryption at rest and in transit available, so we can use the asynchronic encryption for our files, so that the files are secured just on the first place when we store the documents. Lambda and STEM functions. AWS Lambda, I told, is just a function as a service without taking care of infrastructure under the hood. So you just write a code in Python, in .NET, in Java, in the Node.js and other languages, and you can do any integration what you want. In SmartSearch AI, it is responsible for document format conversion, for text extraction. It can also talk to Bedrock API, and it can synchronize our data if we have a custom data source that is not included in the pre-built connector with Amazon Kendra. And orchestration of step functions of AWS Lambda functions is done via step functions. It's just a state machine that can orchestrate our complex workflows. It can automate the processing within the pipelines, and it can have error handling and retry logic if we need. Security and compliance. AWS have a lot of services that ensures the security and compliance inside. We have IAM, Identity Access Management, that ensures the granular access control for every action, for almost every object and every action that we prepare and that we have in AWS. We have AWS KMS, Key Management Service, for data encryption. We have VPC endpoints for private network traffic. We have CloudTrail for auditing our activity. So everything in AWS, what is doing is stored in CloudTrail that we can go later and see what actions were performed. It's just it ensures that any not authorizing actions will happen, and you can see what is happening on your infrastructure. Amazon may see that is looking for a sensitive data detection, sensitive data, and detects them and informs you that, hey, you have some sensitive data, and AWS S3 bucket is not encrypted or is publicly available. Do something with that. So that's Amazon may see, and within the S3 bucket policy, we can ensure the document level security. So we have, for example, groups of users, and the users see only what they have access to. No more spreading permissions to non-authorized users. So what are the steps to successful implementation? For example, first of the step is discovery and planning. What we do to prepare for SmartSearch AI documentation searching is we need to think about which data sources are critical for us, who are the primary system users, and what common scenarios do we have, and are there any compliance requirements that are valid for our organization, and what are the success metrics, because it's not the deal to prepare a searcher, it's also to have a specific metrics of the search documents. If we cannot search the documents, as I show you in 44% of cases, that it's not a deal. We need to have a very strong success metrics for thinking that, okay, summarizing, yeah, that works for us. And step 2, Amazon Kendra index configuration. So in the second step, we are preparing the index. We are choosing the developer edition, enterprise edition. I will show later on what does it mean. We define custom attributes for the documents. We configure business synonyms. We set up query suggestions, and we define user access control. So this is the screenshot from Amazon Kendra. I will show you also on the demo. When we choose the edition, we have 3 editions: Gemini edition, developer edition, and enterprise edition. It differs between each one with the availability zones. As you can see, developer editions is installed only in one availability zone. So we are not recommending that for production, because it limits to only one location, and if something fails with that location, we can lose access to our documents. And also the difference is in storage capacity. So we are choosing the capacity that fits to our organization and our document structure. The step 3 is connecting data sources. So once we prepared the index, we created an index with the starting configuration. We are preparing data sources to connect to Kendra. And I said there are a lot of the connectors that we have. We have Salesforce, Google Drive, Box, Confluence, GitHub, Slack, and others. So if you have custom data source, you can prepare the Lambda function with the custom source, and it can synchronize your documents with that as well. For example, there's a SharePoint integration, and just one important thing to mention, that you can prepare a lot of sources that are the authentication is needed or not. If the authentication is not needed, you are just synchronizing the documents. If the authentication is needed, you need to prepare, for example, the read-only user, the technical user for that source of the documents. For example, SharePoint, when you register application, Azure AD, you store the credential, you configure SharePoint data source, you select the URLs, and prepare the user that is reading the documents in behalf of Kendra. The step 4 is document processing. So once you prepare the data source, the data are synchronizing and processed. Of course, we can have inside the process, we put another services. We can put another services like Amazon Textract, that is OCR, intelligent OCR scanning for our images. That we can have, I said, PDFs with images, and that contains some text of the documents that are scanned and put in PDF files. We have Amazon Comprehend for detection, for the categorization and labeling. We have Amazon Lambda and STEM functions. So in the processing of the documents, we put, this is optional, but we can also improve processing with the pipeline. And the step 5th is just an index optimization. If the results are not satisfying us, then we can improve the relevance. We can improve the log, the querying via the log analysis in CloudWatch. CloudWatch is a service for storing logs and metrics. We have also monitoring metrics, so we can improve the searching of our documents. And the last but not least, building the user interface. I said, if we are ready with our index, we can create a Kendra Experience Builder. It's just a managed no-code UI for preparing user interface for searching, or we can include our Amazon Kendra Searcher inside the custom web app that we prepared previously on our developers are preparing. Also, we can integrate Amazon Kendra Searcher with Slack, Teams, our intranet, so there is no problem to put this Kendra searching area whenever you want. And UI best practices, of course, is a simply search bar. We have a preview document without downloading, we have autocomplete, we have latent documents, we have mobile first design and accessibility. So now there is a time for demo. I will show you how to create Amazon Kendra index and how to process document. So I will switch to my AWS console where we have the Amazon Kendra service inside. I'm in the region Europe, Ireland, US, EU West 1. I prepared already the index before because creating the index takes some time, but I will show you the process of creating the Amazon Kendra index. So as you can see in the indexes, I have already prepared one. It's just a Bill Smart search demo with the yesterday date. And in the index, we can create another one. So we name our index SmartSearch AI, okay? We can put the description, but it's optional. In AWS, everything we do must be permitted. So we prepare IAM roles. That means that identity access management role natively, when you get access to AWS console, nothing is permitted to do nothing. So we now give permissions to for Amazon Kendra to access our data sources. So I'm creating the role for that. SmartSearch AI, for example. I can tick the checkbox of the encryption. I can base on the AWS KMS managed key that is already built in, or I can create another key that I have already created or use already created key. But for now, I will not encrypt my files just for simplification. Go next, and is that I'm choosing the edition for testing purposes. I choose developer edition. Of course, I can choose the Gen AI or enterprise edition with improved query capacity inside. So you can choose regarding, it depends on your needs here. I can have an access control settings. So if you have already users via OpenID, JSON, or tokens and signing key URLs, you can connect it there. And for advanced configuration, you can put some attributes for your groups and users. You can also use AWS IAM Identity Center. Is just kind of the SSO in AWS, but for now I'll not use anything of that, but just mentioning that you can have that possibility. And summary, review and create. I can create the index, but of course I will not create the one because I have already created. But you can see that the process is very simple. You create the index, you add the data sources, and you can publish the UI experience and start searching. So this is about the first step of creating the index. Let's go to our indexes, and I will go to my index here. And the next step is adding data sources. So there's very simple process for adding. I just click the button, and as I said, there's a lot of connectors that we have here. We have Amazon RDS, that is Relational Database Service, S3 connector, Box connector, Confluence, Dropbox, Gmail, Google Drive, a lot of them, and more and more. So one of the connector, interesting one, is just a web crawler. I will show later on, but the web crawler is a connector for indexing or synchronizing knowledge or content from a web page. I will show you how it works later. So I would like, for example, to connect my AWS S3 bucket. So I just click add the connector. I give the name, my S3 data source, Kendra, for example. You can choose a lot of the languages that documents are inside. So it's French, English, another one, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, and so on. So you can choose the language of your documents. Click next. Again, you need to create a role for access that you give permissions for Kendra to your documents. So I will SmartSearch S3 data source. Okay. Regarding security, Amazon Kendra is a public service. What does it mean? That is accessible from the internet, and you can also put inside the VPC a virtual private cloud, so that it has its own private addressing, and there is no possibility to access the Amazon Kendra searcher from the outside. You put into the private network, and you can manage the access for only those who have, for example, VPN access or just authenticated access. So for example, I have already one VPC created with some addressing, but for now I will not choose the one. And the synchronization scope, we are preparing, I need to enter my data source location is just a S3 and name of my bucket. I have the bucket already on another card of my browser. So you can see here is my bucket I prepared previously. This is the name of my bucket, SmartSearch AI demo. I put it there. You can see that I have some documents inside. The documents are very simple because I downloaded white papers from AWS side, all the white papers that I have structured in some directories. So we have database, general, machine learning, security, well architected. Yeah, this is the basic directory I have in my index. So I can set up the maximum file size for indexing for Kendra. I can have a metadata files folder location. I will add later on. I will show you. I can put the access control list. Another configuration. I can put the prefix. What is the prefix? It's just a directory name of my storage location or my document location. It's just a folder name because in AWS buckets, everything is recognized with the key and with the prefix and the file name. So if we have, for example, a PDF called Amazon Aurora Connection Management Handbook PDF, then the prefix is all the path that we have here. This is the prefix. Yeah. So this is the prefix of that document. White papers, AWS white papers, databases. This is the prefix that my document is accessed under what. So I can put the prefix white papers because I would like to have documents indexed and synchronized only within one directory. So it's very good that you have an S3 bucket with many documents, but you would like to synchronize only one path, only one prefix, or multiple prefixes, just not the whole S3 bucket. You are putting the full sync mode, synchronized mode, or only modified files, and you can run the schedule. You can schedule synchronization just on demand, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and custom with your own chrono. Yep. So for now, I will choose the run on demand. With that configuration, I will go next. Sorry, invalid S3 bucket URL. Yeah, it's just a white space afterwards. Click next. I can mapping the fields, but I leave it as it is. Review and create. And when I add the data source will be added, and then I can synchronize the data. However, I will not add the data because I have already added this one. So if we go here to data sources, back to our data sources, you can see that I have already build a demo source. No, it's just SmartSearch AI demo connector. Okay, and I added already these documents here, and you can see that I synchronized the documents. I can click the synchronization and trigger synchronizing now. So it's synchronizing on demand, and yep, it starts successfully. And after a few minutes, it will be the new versions of the documents. If I put something on the S3 bucket, will be available in my searcher. Okay, so that's it regarding data sources. We have also the SharePoint data source. I prepared, just failed synchronization status. I also prepared a web crawler, a data source. It's a very interesting data source that you can synchronize the web page. How to add that? It's just a data source, add data source. We are looking for the web crawler, add connector in the newer version. I'm naming my data source. web crawler data source Kendra. Okay. Okay, next. And here I specify the source URLs, source sitemaps, source URLs files, and the sitemap files. And for example, I can put https millennium.com for my page. Okay, it isn't valid? HTTPS, yeah, https millennium.com. I specified my source URL. No authentication because it's a public page. You can also prepare the basic authentication if you have some marketplace or just the profile, the intranet with the profile. You can specify the secrets in AWS secrets for user and password. You can use the proxy. You can configure VPC and security groups. IAM role is mandatory for that. SmartSearch AI web crawler. Okay, I click next. And here is very important thing because you can choose the scope for synchronizing domains only, domains with subdomains, or just sync everything and crawl depth. I would say that my depth is only one, so that it will not synchronizing the links to other data sources, other web pages, maximum file size, maximum links per page, throttling as well, and that's it. I click next. Sorry, frequency just run on demand. Click next, and now I can choose the category, source URL, and title that will show up in my filter searcher. I click next, and that's it. I can add the data source with my web page. It's all about adding data sources. Now we can test our searcher. What we did, you can see that data sources are now synchronized. It's completed. Oh, still it's failing. My SharePoint prepared previously. But the search index content is the thing that we're looking for. So I'm talking to you all the time, but now it's the moment that I show you the UI of the Amazon Kendra console. So this is the searcher. It doesn't differ from another searchers. However, it's a very powerful one because, for example, when I ask what is the best practice for preparing AWS architecture, for example, and I'm looking for, so it results with a lot of data sources that I have already in my data source in S3 bucket from the documents. So it's searching the content of the document, not only the titles. And on the left, we have a filter search results. Look, it categorize my files, show up the facets. Facets are just the objects and the possibility to show up the categorization of our documents. It's also configurable. I will show you how to do it. And you can, for example, narrow the search to security documents. And we have white papers from only the documents that are under this category security. Regarding the web page crawler, I can ask how to hire to Selenium, okay? And you can see that it shows Amazon Kendra suggesting the answer, and that is the most relevant one. And you can see the document fields. I can see the links for the document. I have also another relevant responses. So you can see that there's a lot of documents that is, in fact, these are web pages. So AWS Kendra, Amazon Kendra is looking for in my data sources within the context that I provided. So I'm talking about hiring to Selenium. It shows me results about hiring to Selenium or about career in Selenium. So this is it. I'm asking about AWS. architecture, it shows me results of the documents that I have in my documents regarding AWS. So it's very powerful searcher, as you can see. And the third step is creating the experience. For example, I can prepare my Kendra UI. I choose the content sources. I choose all them all. I prepare as well the IAM role, SmartSearch UI. Then next. And here, if I have users in my IAM identity center, I can choose pick my users up and give them access to my searcher for my managed UI. However, I have no users for now, but you prepare these users in an IAM identity center directory. You can choose the users and go next and prepare the UI for that. It's very simple. So as you can see, create and configure experience, configure identity center directory, and customize the layout of the search page, and the experience is created, and you can have the specific domain created by AWS, and you can use the Amazon Kendra and share with your users, with your workers, and so on. So this is it. The facet definition, you can choose what is facetable. Just a created ad, for example. I will show also the document title, and maybe not the document title, the version, for example, number of pages. I save it. I'm going to my search index content. I'm looking for what is the service for searching documents. Yep, and Amazon Kendra is just a right answer here. And you can see I have a category, number of pages, but also I have a version and created ad. So I can choose the created ad, and I see that the documents are created between 2019 and 2025. So it's just a very simple setup for filters that I can have on the left side. And that's it. Very quickly, very simple, and you can do it right now, today, just starting preparing your documents for searching. What's more, let's go to our presentation. Advanced features that Amazon Kendra can have is just about semantic search and keywords. It's not only for the keyword searching, I told you, it's just a semantic search. So Amazon Kendra, powered with machine learning, understands meaning and your intent. For example, we can ask how to increase Q4 sales, and it results with the documents, relevant documents that we would like to have. It can prepare FAQ queries, for example. So you can put the frequent asked questions generated via Bedrock or via Lambda and step functions connected to Amazon Kendra. And in the searcher, I will show you here, the search document is here. And I would, let me remind myself, it was about, I don't remember exact questions, because it was how to effectively search documents. I believe that is, no, it wasn't that, because here under the search bar, it should show me the frequent answer questions area. So if I prepare the frequent answer questions, it lays in my data sources. I can show you that I have prepared one for searching. Here I have a directory FAQs, and I have a CS file, very simple document that contains only just a question and response. And this question and response can be generated via Amazon Bedrock basing on the metrics and on the searching results that users are searching queries that users are looking for. So you put here the FAQs, you build the FAQ here. For example, I have already created one, so this is my FAQ. But if you would like to add, it's very simple. Add FAQ, name it, setting language, setting format is just CSV file, is just a S3 bucket location of your file, IAM role, and add it. And you can see the question that is required, answer is required, and optional of the URL. So you prepare this CSV or manually or generated by Bedrock and Lambda within step functions. So it's a very powerful possibility. And yeah, regarding going to advanced feature, also there's a very, very powerful feature of searchable media. You can prepare the mechanism for automatically taking the content from your media. So you put the video to S3 bucket. You can, via the Lambda function and Amazon Textract and other services, you can extract the text from your videos with Amazon Transcribe. It's another AWS service. It helps to do transcriptions from media files to text. You can then the mechanism can create a metadata and description of the documents. You put media files to S3 bucket, and Amazon Kendra can search also the video. If you have, for example, YouTube list, or if you have your own media files, you can put to S3 bucket and you can search all of them as well. Another advanced feature is a searching Lex bot. Searching Lex bot, you can prepare. Amazon Lex is a service for creating your bot just within a few clicks. It's very simple because when you have Amazon Lex opening screen, you can create a bot, you can create a blank bot, start with an example of with transcripts, permissions, specification, bot error logging, and so on. You can click next. For example, I will do something in an existing role, or for example that, and I'm creating my own bot. I'm preparing the language and so on. I click done, and that's it. I prepared my first bot. So for example, is it available right now? I'll delete it, of course, because I prepared my bot yesterday, and it's just a Kendra SmartSearch AI bot that is that have some intents inside. So I have integration with Kendra SmartSearch AI. How I do it? I add in an intent with built-in intent with Amazon Kendra search intent. So it connects to, so my bot connects to Amazon Kendra. I'm putting the name and choosing the index, and now my bot can serve my searching documents. For example, testing my bot. Here is the test button on the right side, and I testing what does Millennium offer to customers regarding AWS. Okay, and my bot is answering me. So it's looking in the Amazon Kendra index, and it should result. I found a brief from a helpful document. So it found something for me, so I can text to my bot more and more, and make a simple conversation with my bot, so that the answer is prepared for me. So this is it regarding advanced features of Amazon Kendra. Do you have any questions? So this is it for my today presentation. I can see no questions in Q&A. If you are interested in preparing such solutions for you, feel free to contact me or Millennium, and we will contact you and discuss together how we can improve your documentation and organization, how we can help in searching documents. Maybe you have some challenges that I presented on the beginning. Maybe you are wondering how to improve your document searching rate, and feel free to connect us, and we are glad to help you in every matter that you have. So for today, thank you so much. Thank you for viewing this webinar, and remember that the recording will be available for you, for those that register for this event. And yeah, you can keep in mind that we are also preparing another webinars. Stay tuned and observe our social media profiles on LinkedIn and other ones. And I hope that we will see you together on the next events. For now, thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Millennium. IT for people. People for IT.